What's up, everybody? And today we have our 1,000 subscriber special.
Oh, man.
We've promised it. James is in the driver's seat.
I'm so terrified right now.
James is playing Nova Drift. I'm just here to watch.
Yeah. First and foremost, thank you, everyone, so much. I mean, 1,000 subscribers is nuts to me.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's like more people I can count.
I can probably count that high, but...
Look, I got like 10 fingers and 10 toes. Once you get past 20, it's hard to keep up.
We figured Nova Drift is definitely what got us here.
Oh, definitely.
So we're going to do more of this for this episode, and I'm going to die a lot, but
we'll keep going. Well, even if you die a couple of times, we're just going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it going.
Yeah. So if you're looking for fancy builds or anything, you can try to keep up with what I'm doing, but you'll see a lot of death. I'm just going to jump right back in and keep going. So.
And on top of all of that, you guys sent us a bunch of questions about us in general, like an AMA kind of situation.
Yeah.
And I have them all compiled, so I'm going to read them to James as James is playing.
And I'm going to do my best to answer them while also trying to not die.
So, our commentary will be Nova Drift light, but the question heavy.
Question heavy.
All right.
I like it.
So, first question. How old are we?
Old.
Well, we're YouTube old, but we're... I wouldn't say we're, in general, old yet. We're getting very close. I am very nearly 34.
I am 33. Oh, where'd you go?
Yeah.
All
right, so first question down. We're making a good start. What made you guys start YouTube?
Lee.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah,
so I'd always thought it would be a neat idea, but I never really had any personal ideas of what I wanted to do with it. Ooh, Discord orbs. I'm not building for that yet. But Lee was just like, hey, we should do the thing. And so I was like, all right.
Well, there was a lot of times where we would just be hanging out, playing games or whatever, and something really funny would happen. And a constant thing that was said was, why aren't we recording this? Because that was hilarious. So then one day I was just like, all right, let's do recording things. Let's do it. It'll be fun. Also, this Vortex Mines.
Vortex Mines. I don't know. This is a horrible idea, probably.
Yeah, it looks cool to me. You can have more than one vortex and not have it be garbage. It's cool. Okay. Next question. Are you trying to go full-time YouTube?
That would be super cool.
If we can get enough subscribers and make enough money doing it, I would love to do it full-time.
But, that's hard.
But yeah, that's...
Whoa.
Oh, you gotta get out of that.
Yep.
You got to, that's something that we can work towards, but I'm not going to bank on it, but I would love for it to happen.
Oops. See, there it goes already.
It's fine. That was your warm-up round.
Yep.
But yes, I would love to do this full-time if we can get enough money doing it. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, we were allowed to monetize the channel, so we are just now starting to make money on the channel, but it's not a tremendous amount of money.
What was it made like $2 so far?
Yeah, it's roughly, you make, at least for us, and unless you get like fancy partnerships and deals and whatnot,
right?
It roughly equates to $4 for every 1,000 views.
Oh boy.
Which means that our Nova Drift videos are roughly worth $4 to $8. Which is alright, but it's certainly not a living wage. But, doing the math, once we get up to like 16,000, 17,000 subscribers, theoretically we'll be getting enough views where I could do it full time, but like I said, that's a pipe dream.
Yeah. Also, don't mean to interrupt the questions, but fun fact, did you know that there is a different blade?
Yes.
Like, visually, depending on what you've got going on?
Yes.
Like, the basic blade had 4 prongs on it, but switching to Architect made it a 5-pronged star.
Yes. It's somewhat recent, but yes.
That's super cool. Also, I'm doing like nothing to the Spitfire himself.
Blades are hard to start off with. All right, next question. Have you considered streaming on Twitch? We have, and we streamed much more in the past, but it's just time constraints have really been hitting us lately, so we really haven't had time to stream on Twitch.
Yeah,
but we do have a Twitch channel.
Yep, and I would love to do more streaming. I think that Nova Drift lends itself well to stream. We're big fans of like Jackbox type games.
Yeah, it's another one of those things where if I can make enough money and we can get enough subscribers where I can do this full time, I would stream much more often because I would have the time and incentive to do so because, you know, it'd be an additional revenue stream. But we'll get there one day. Maybe. Hopefully.
So, fun fact.
You have a lot of fun facts today.
Twin Strike doesn't work with Architect Blade.
Yeah, I know. Because your Architect can only have one blade. It's very specific.
Yeah. Look. Also, I just noticed that the Spitfire just gave up showing his hit points.
Yeah, it's
like the boss wave literally was just like, whatever, you're done.
Yeah, you know.
I should have taken that splinter.
Let's see. What are your guys' jobs in real life? Well, we both happen to work third shift jobs, which makes day-to-day life difficult with the general public. But I work as a residential counselor in a group home. I work with folks that have intellectual disabilities. What do you do, James?
I cry myself to sleep at night. No, I work at a... I work at a hotel. I am the night auditor at a hotel, so I'm basically the overnight everything.
Yes.
Don't sit.
Oh, boy.
Don't sit in that. Okay, Blade is bad. I don't like Blade.
Well, and Blade didn't like you.
Blade didn't like me.
All right. The second warm-up round done.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I'll get some start that I actually like.
6 and then 6.5 is, are you guys married or in a relationship, and or are you guys gay?
Get that surprisingly a lot, and I'm...
Yeah, 2 dudes on the internet, gotta be gay.
I mean, I've never really been the most manly of men, and I'm pretty sure that my very loud love of rainbows... Where did I go?
Over there.
It certainly doesn't help that, but...
No. We are both heterosexual. We have...
I'm dead already.
That's quick.
I was...
I was gonna say, nothing against gay folks. Our friend Joe, who we play with on the channel a lot, is gay.
And yeah, but yeah, I am personally, I'm actually divorced. I don't want to go too much into all of that, but now happily in a relationship again.
Yeah, Alea's been on the channel, so if you search through our videos, you can find her.
The Christmas tournament, I think,
from like years. That was like 2 years ago.
First time she was here?
Yeah, probably.
On the channel?
And I am currently single, but, you know, straight and single. Ready to mingle.
Straight, single, and ready to mingle. All right, then.
All right, next question. Why did you choose Ultra C as the name of your channel? And who thought of it?
That's...
We had a different name for the channel at first, and I can't remember it anymore. I don't know if you remember what we were originally going to call the channel.
I know at one point we were looking at Super C.
Yeah, but even that wasn't the original name for the channel. Like, it was something very different.
It was very, very different.
And I can't remember what it was. And then we decided we were going to call it Super C because of the, you know, basically the same thing now where we have like a naming convention with the letter C, with co-op. Because originally it was co-op and cooperative, or no, cooperative and competitive both started with C.
Right.
And then we were just like, well, there's a whole bunch of things that could start with C. We could, you know, you could do something with that. So we were going to call ourselves Super C, but then we didn't want there to, if we ever did make it somewhere in the future, We didn't want there to be like weird, we can't have this name anymore because the game Super C is actually a thing that exists.
Yeah.
So then we switched it to Ultra C. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Do you have any pre-recording rituals? Like, do you always make sure that you eat first, or... and one of the things that he says is look deeply into each other's eyes for 4 minutes, because that's what Game Grumps does. Thank you, Luminous.
That sounds like Game Grumps.
Mostly our pre-recording ritual is find a time that we can do it, and then say, are you ready? And then the other one either says yes or no.
And then we usually go anyway.
And then, yeah. And then, regardless of the answer, we do it anyway. But yeah.
There are some little rituals that we do. I don't know if anyone's even noticed yet, but we do the 2 Nova Drifts every weekend.
Yep.
Every Saturday video, after Lee says Nova Drift, I say yeah, and then every Sunday video after he says Nova Drift, I say Nova Drift. I don't know if that counts as a ritual.
I did not know.
But that has literally been every video that we've done so far.
I knew that you did both of those things, but I didn't know you had it set for one day you do one and one day you do... I didn't know that, and I'm in the video, James. Well, everyone's learning something today.
Yeah.
That is...
It's so dumb, I know, but...
That's pretty amazing. Okay, so...
Where's my architect body? What's going on?
Alright. Do y'all believe in ghosts and or magic? Not really. Not personally.
Personally, it's to some extent. I definitely think that there's some weird things that can't be explained, whether or not that's like actual ghosts or what. I don't know. I leave it in the open of it's possible.
Yeah, and I'm pretty in the camp of, you know, if it's something that can't be explained, it doesn't mean it's paranormal. It just means that, you know, we don't have all of the information or something like that. I'm a fairly strong skeptic. That doesn't necessarily mean that if evidence that they existed presented itself, I'd be like, okay. How Pendulette puts it is there, he would ask you, is there a pink elephant in your bathroom right now? You would say, I don't know, because you don't know. But then
it's very unlikely.
If the question was asked, do you think there's a pink elephant in your bathroom right now? The answer would be no. So.
You're not wrong. And Pendulette is a bit of a smart guy.
I think he knows some things. Mostly about magic.
He knows a lot about magic.
Alright.
Okay. No, stop. Move, please. Why are you not dying so quickly?
I better ask you this quick because it's relevant. What are some things on your bucket list, James?
I've got all sorts of things on the bucket list, but then again, you know, I'm 33. I, in theory, have time.
Oh, yeah.
Boost!
Things you like to do. Given the opportunity.
Yeah, shorter term, I'd love to visit Japan. I think that would be super, super cool.
I would like to visit Japan. I'd like to visit Europe.
Yeah.
I'd like to just travel abroad would be nice. You know, the problem with travel is it requires money.
Yeah, correct. Bucket list is do the BuzzFeed Worth It stuff. Like, can someone pay me to fly to Taiwan to drink soup for a week?
You know, that's a pretty sweet gig.
It's a pretty sweet gig. What am I building for? I don't even know what I'm doing
so,
here.
Side question, it's not even written down, but I'm just curious. Have you ever left the country before?
I have. I had twice, in fact, now that I think about it. Once for a school field trip, went up to Canada to visit Wonderland Park, I think it's called.
Okay.
Which is basically there. I'm just getting pelted right here, but that's fine. And then once for a family trip, went. Oh boy, I'm dead. Nope.
No, you're fine. Just don't get too close to him. So you went once to Canada and then
once to Cozumel, Mexico.
Cozumel, Mexico. Okay.
Which is and that one was for Disney. Because I'm a big Disney fan, and Disney's fun.
and I've only left the country once. Back when I was in college in New Hampshire.
It's a lot of heavy caliber.
It is. So when I went to college in New Hampshire, I'd mentioned to my friends and my roommate that I had never left the country before. And they said, okay, we're going to fix that. And then it just immediately left to Canada. And this was back in the day when you didn't have to have a passport to just drive up to Canada for a couple of days. So I still don't have a passport, but I've been to Canada once.
I feel like heavy caliber isn't helping flak as much as I was expecting 4 heavy calibers to do.
Yeah. I don't like flak charge for that particular reason. Flak is more good for speed rather than potency.
Yeah, probably.
Alright. How did we meet? Was there a pivotal moment when you knew you were going to be good friends? You're going to have to help me on this one,
I assume we met through Scott. I feel like that's a reasonable thought process.
Yes.
I assume we probably met at one of his birthdays, if I had to fathom a guess.
Very likely. But that was a first meeting where we were just 2 strangers at a mutual person's gathering. So what was the turning point when we became friends? I'm guessing it was the period of time where we would all gather at Scott's place to play games.
Yeah. Lots and lots of resistance. So much resistance. How dare you?
So, how many years ago was that? Because you consider, like, that started before you went to Georgia for a time.
Ugh.
So, how long ago was that? That long, huh?
That long.
Do you even know off the top of your head?
Oh, Lord. Oh, good.
Look, improvement. You made it to the second guy.
Yeah. That would have been... Well, it's gotta be like 5-6 years at this point.
So, yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Because I know even before you had initially left to Georgia, we were also doing a fair amount of hangout places at your place at the time.
Yeah, up in Hartford.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
I don't like any of these.
Our mutual like of board games and card games and video games and being dorks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see. What's a piece of advice that if you had heard when you were 18 and followed it, it would have really helped you? Buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, although I wouldn't suggest doing that now.
Yes, but at the time when I was 18.
Well, at 18, sure.
It was a great idea then. And
but
I was actually told by my brother, he said that people should invest in Bitcoin back when it was dirt cheap.
You know, for all of the wrong that your brother often was.
That was a smart thing.
That was solid. What was I doing? I had a whole idea that I wanted to do with this build, and I've already forgotten it.
So what about you? Any advice that you wish you got when you were 18?
Actually do your stuff. Like it's a
Yep.
a thing that I had a severe tendency to not like do my homework. And I know that sounds cliche, but like I had so much of my younger childhood issues were literally just because I refused to do homework.
Yeah.
Not that it was hard or anything. I just
didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do it.
I mean, I understand that. I was just like, look, school was for school time. I'm home. I don't want to do school things anymore. I get that.
Woohoo!
What's a bad habit you'd like to improve on?
Dying in Nova Drift.
That's skill based, not habit based.
Oh, okay. Procrastination. I mean,
That's pretty solid contender.
pretty solid, pretty universal, I think. But it's, oh Lord. Well,
Yeah, revelation. Yeah, I think procrastination's a pretty good one. I'm not too bad on procrastination. It depends on the task.
up.
Ooh,
That
wow, you
bumped me into the thing.
got bounced. Yeah, it depends on the task. There are some things that I don't mind just getting done. There's some things where I know it has to get done, and so if I know it has to get done, I just do it.
Yeah, I don't have that. If I know it has to get done, I'll put it off still. How long have those dishes been sitting in that kitchen?
Yeah. Yep. Alright, have you ever choked or otherwise fully embarrassed yourself on stage? So I think we're going to have different examples for this.
We're going to have very different examples of this.
So, because you have a theater background.
Yes, I do.
So, was there ever a particularly embarrassing moment during those days?
Oddly enough, not that I can really think of. I had one that I vomited backstage, and that was fun. But nothing wild on stage. I had lots of fantastic things going correct on stage.
Oh, that's generally how you want it.
Oops.
That's not how you want it.
Instant death. It's my little sticky note over right there somewhere still on the other side. I had like a sticky note with like a build or two that I was just like, I don't even remember what I was doing.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so but nothing particularly embarrassing while on stage or public speaking or anything like that?
Because of my theater background, anything that people would normally consider to be embarrassing were things that I wasn't embarrassed by.
Okay.
So for me personally, no, not really. Ooh, research. That's
Well, for me, I don't have a theater background, but there was one time in high school where there was a school assembly and a hypnotist came, and he had asked for volunteers to come on stage, and I was one of the people that he had. There was like 10 people on stage. Mm-hmm. And then he had us do various embarrassing things that hypnotists do. And I wasn't actually hypnotized, but it's the pressure of performance where, you know, he yanks your arm and tells you to go to sleep, and you have two choices. You either just don't go to sleep and be, you know, play it up like, you know, nothing is happening, or you play along. And I played along and did all kinds of embarrassing stuff on stage. And then my favorite part was at the end when he was just like, now I'm going to hypnotize these guys to help me clean up the stage. And then he turns around and goes, all right, no, guys, seriously, can you please help? Please?
Well, dead immediately.
It's okay. It's okay, James. You're getting all these out of the way.
Yep.
All right.
I need to take a weapon. I can't use this gun. It's so bad.
What is your first childhood memory?
It's
It's getting very,
like
very deep.
First childhood memory?
Yes.
Lord.
Mine was I distinctly remember looking out of my crib when I was living briefly in Florida, and I had a 3 little bears quilt, and I remember it fairly distinctly. but I don't remember the circumstance. I don't remember what I was doing. I just remember there.
Huh. Interesting. So tempting.
So earliest thing you can remember. Doesn't have to be quite that early.
I say earliest thing that I can reasonably remember is.
Admittedly, I'm putting you Johnny on the spot here.
Yeah. I have a pretty bad memory overall. Whoops.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir.
Ooh. I guess I can remember like being really young in upstate New York and hearing the train down the, you know what, screw it, let's go.
Hearing a train?
Yeah, hearing trains. Like, no specific memory, but remembering hearing trains and being excited and basically dragging my mother outside to walk down the street so we could watch the train go by.
Okay, that's a good one. I like it. What was it about the Nova Drift videos that caused them to garner so much attention and viewership?
That's a great question. I think people... Personally, I think people gravitate towards just the fun arcadey aspect of this game.
Yes. Yeah, I think the game itself lends to being watched, and I think the thing that helped us specifically out, as opposed to other channels that may do Nova Drift, is that we do specific like build ideas and run with them and promote them as such, where like these are various build videos where I haven't seen anyone else doing that. So it's kind of our little corner of the internet where we just happen to run with the idea and no one else has. So
yeah,
I think that's helped us out a lot. So I certainly won't complain about it. Oh,
whoa.
Okay.
That's choice.
Dragon's Quest or Final Fantasy? Hovers finger over unsub button.
Ooh. Was that asked by Scott? Did Scott ask this?
No, these are all still Luminous questions.
Okay. So here's the thing, which is always a dangerous way to start. I personally have more experience with the Final Fantasy series.
And the same.
That said, of the Dragon Quests that I have played, they are very, very good. And while most of the Final Fantasies that I've played are good, if I'm being truly, truly honest with myself, they're very, very wildly hit or miss.
Here's my overall opinion on both Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. I think that if you pick the best of each one, I will say that Final Fantasy has a stronger best game. But I would also say that Dragon Quest is much more consistent and they have the least amount of bad games.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that.
They
also have Dragon Quest IX, which is hands down the best multiplayer RPG that I've ever played.
It was quite good. In fact, I think 2 years ago at this point, we tried our hand at a top 10 video. We did one top 10 video so far on this channel.
Yep.
And it was the top 10 RPGs. You should go and find it. Because I put a lot of effort into it, and we haven't done anything like that since. So you guys should check that out. All right. What singer or band is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. Ooh. That's tough because most of the time I'm fairly unashamed.
Yeah.
with my song loves.
So then what would you say is like your most obscure?
I wouldn't call a guilty pleasure obscure. I would call a guilty pleasure one that like I know isn't great, but I still love it anyway. And that would be like Kesha. And that's so far out of my normal song comfort zone. But yeah, if I have to pick a if I'm picking a guilty pleasure, it's gonna be Kesha.
See, I don't have a guilty pleasure because either I like it or I don't, and I don't feel bad about it. I would say I listen to more like 80s and 90s pop than most people I know.
Yeah, well, and that's where I'm usually at too.
Like, I don't know, like the Proclaimers or something like that. Blind Melon.
It's you and your Blind Melon.
So good. All right.
No, you know what? No, I'm sorry. Like Kesha, I'm still saying that, but I will also say 1000% unironically, I love Rick Astley. You want to talk about what should be a guilty pleasure? Rick Astley. Never Gonna Give You Up is like the best song.
I hear that song. It's never gonna let you down. All right. We've kind of already done that, so we'll skip that one. Let's see.
That's
fine. What is your most ambitious goal in life, and what steps are you taking to achieve it? YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. I did not.
This is definitely the most ambitious thing that I've done. Mainly because like video editing and video production is the only like career applicable thing that I'm particularly passionate about.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know if your answer is any different.
Oh boy. Got him.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the most ambitious thing. I mean, between that and just the theater things throughout the years.
Yeah.
But, you know, taking making an audition isn't super ambitious. Like, anyone can just do that. But, ooh.
Well, it all depends on your intended outcome. Like, anyone can make YouTube videos. It's just how often are you going to keep at it and try to improve it and all that.
This is certainly one of the projects that I have stuck with the longest out of anything I've ever done. So yeah. I'd call that the ambitious. Antimatter rounds.
All right. Well, this next one's pretty self-explanatory.
Probably really bad for Salvo.
The next question is boobs or butts?
Boobs. If you know me. Like, don't girlfriend laughing in the background. That's always a good sign, right? Realistically, personality legitimately is more important,
yes.
But boobs.
Yeah, the question wasn't boobs, butts, or personality.
No, I'm just saying.
It was boobs or butts. All right. Do you now feel pressure to perform to maintain your momentum? If so, how do you deal with it? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm constantly thinking about like the channel and how I can improve it and how I can make it better and how to promote it better. And if I got a free moment, then I'm generally thinking about the channel and how to improve it.
Get back here.
Yeah, so yeah, I think about that a lot. You know, if we've completely re-recorded videos that I wasn't happy with.
Yeah, we've had many days of Nova Drift where recording 2 20-minute episodes takes 2 hours. Like, it's rough sometimes. But
there's been at least one, and I think 2 instances where we recorded something and then just never released it. Just we went with something different. Like, we were just like, this isn't working. Let's do something else.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't put yourself in a habit of I'm just going to release something to release it. You have to at least try to make it the best thing that you can do at the time. Like, even if it's a by-the-numbers thing, you know, still, you know, try to make it good. As good as you can. I'm not saying any of our stuff is good. I'm saying I'm trying. Let's see. What's the worst job you've had?
The first job I ever had, I worked at a 7-Eleven gas station. That was not great.
Fair enough. My first paying job was I worked at a Citgo gas station. But I wouldn't say that was my first one. I think when I was like 17 or so, I worked at a McDonald's for like 8 months. That wasn't great.
I can imagine that being not fantastic.
So probably that one. Let's see. Yeah, we kind of sort of already answered that. Let's see. What made you want to start getting into Let's Playing so late in the game? Mostly because it was what we wanted to do. Mostly the idea of doing YouTube in the first place was just us playing video games and being like, we should record this because it's funny.
Yeah, pretty much. The idea of getting into it late literally mostly just stemmed from we never really thought about recording it seriously. But then it just one day it was just like, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this?
Yeah. And it took us some time to get from we should do a YouTube channel to actually recording our first video. I think it was like a good half a year at least
Probably
passed before we actually did it. We talked about it for a while. And then I think I finally got, a capture card and was just like, all right, let's just do it. And then we did. Let's see.
Whoops.
What's something that you would sell your soul for, or at least consider selling it for? A banjo made of gold.
No. You don't sell your soul. Oh boy, that's gonna kill me.
Yeah, you are right. It's a fiddle made of gold.
You also don't sell your soul for that. You gamble the soul.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I am not a particularly spiritual person, so like a ham sandwich. Not even like ham.
It's. I don't want to lose that much rate of fire.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Klondike bar.
It's usually not worth selling your soul, even if you're on the off chance that there's a problem with selling your soul.
Yeah, understandable. Fair enough.
You probably want to keep a hold of that one.
Let's see. What are some things you wish you had known before you started the Let's Playing? That it would take so long to get momentum. I knew it would. I went into it knowing that probably no one would watch us for like at least a year, but we actually didn't take off until about 2 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, in the last 6 months, we gained about 900 subscribers.
Yeah.
In the first 2 years, we had 80 to 100.
If that. Yeah, we hit 100 subscribers in
around our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, like April,
So.
I think. Of this year.
Yes.
So
it's been quite a year.
It's definitely been an exponential upgrade. That we're on a curve. They really want me to take double tap.
Let's see. Do you like every video that you watch from other small channels as a way to pay it forward for all the likes that other people give your videos? Personally, I don't, because I think it's disingenuous. I watch a lot of small YouTubers, and if they're good, then I will like them, and if they're not, I'll leave a comment saying what I think they could improve. I mean, unless their whole video is about them being a dick, then I just avoid it.
Well, yeah.
But I think that a like should mean that you genuinely liked it.
Yeah, like for like, comment for comment, sub for sub.
Yeah.
That
it doesn't work long term.
Right.
Because you're not doing anyone any favors. Because, for example, I'm not going to name names, but I know of another small channel that was developing around the same time as us, and they were doing a sub for sub thing, and they were getting a lot of subscribers very quickly. And I think as of now, they have like around 650, 700 subscribers, but they only get like 5 to 10 views per video.
Yeah.
Because so having 1 billion subscribers doesn't mean anything if no one's interested in your content.
Right.
So I don't want to give disingenuous likes if I don't actually like it. If I do like it, then I'm absolutely going to like your video, and then I'll tell you that I liked it.
Yeah.
But giving someone likes just as a passing through,
yeah, like as
doesn't tremendously help. I mean, it pushes up the algorithm a little bit.
Yeah, but by that same token, a comment also pushes up the algorithm.
Yes,
but without conflating the numbers in disingenuous ways.
Plus, a comment allows you to, like, if you didn't genuinely like it, the comment can allow you to say, you know, what you think that they can improve, for example.
Right.
So it's a whole thing. I don't like the like for like, sub for sub model, because I don't think it works in the long term.
I will agree with that. Oh, why?
Have you ever beaten the original Super Mario Brothers without warps? Of course, we did on this channel, I think. Well,
no, we use the warps on this channel.
Oh, but yes, we've played Super Mario Brothers about a bajillion times. What?
I can't say for sure if I've ever actually beaten the original Mario with no warps. I don't know if I can say that.
Well, I can, and
I have beaten...
I'm going to have to take away your gamer card.
I have beaten Mario 3. I've beaten Super Mario World in 100%, you know, versions of themselves.
We 100%ed World on the channel, for sure. I know we 100%ed that.
Up!
Oh, you got...
one shot.
You got blasted. You had a decent run going there.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had Discord orbs doing fun things.
All right. Well, here, let me blast through some more of these questions. We're going to do one more run, as long as it doesn't end in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I'll blast through these questions so we can get through the questions.
So, lightning round.
Yeah, lightning round. Do you worry about getting pigeonholed into playing Nova Drift for views, or after losing interest in the game? A little. All right, so lightning round. That was a little too lightning.
Lightning round.
A little bit, but that's why I purposely make sure that this isn't purely a Nova Drift video. I know that's where we get the majority of our views, and the majority of our subscribers are particularly interested in Nova Drift, but we're always going to be doing something else just for variety's sake.
Yeah.
We're leaning in towards the roguelikes, because it's all kind of interconnected, and a lot of people seem to like our roguelike content. So we're doing more of those. But I don't think we're ever going to be a one-game channel. Despite the fact that we're now going to be doing Nova Drift also on Wednesdays, so a lot of our content will be Nova Drift, but there will always be at least something
else. Yeah.
So
that's a lot of things.
So we'll always be playing Nova Drift, and we're still having fun playing Nova Drift. Nova Drift's just a fun game to play. But you know, we're not going to lock ourselves in, because, you know, there's other games that we like and other things that interest us, and, you know, try to keep it diverse.
Yeah. That said, of course, we are making sure that the things that we do play are things that people want to watch. So, you know, like we're starting to do Nova Drift on Wednesdays, partly because Nova Drift itself is so popular, but also because as much as we appreciate, you know, the six of you that watched that watch our RPGs, most people don't watch the RPGs.
Yeah, well, that's why we stopped doing that on Wednesdays, because no one was watching it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is your greatest gaming accomplishment? I have a couple I can put on here. I was... The Force Unleashed 2 was not a particularly good game. But it had like an online challenge mode where there's various different challenges you can do.
Boop, 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 boop.
And
Dang it.
at the very least on Xbox, I was the first person in the world to platinum a particularly hard race.
One that I believe you said Gerard the Completionist says was impossible.
If you ever watched Gerard the Completionist, he did the Force Unleashed 2, an episode on it, and he could not platinum that race. Apparently he tried for hours and hours and hours on stream. He couldn't do it. I was the first person in the world on Xbox. I don't know if the rating system is different on PlayStation or whatever, or PC or wherever else it's on, but I was the first person on Xbox to platinum it, which was cool. And then other than that, like in World of Warcraft, in arenas, I got Gladiator a couple of times. And then when they did Rated Battlegrounds, my Rated Battleground team was top 10 in the world for a time. So that was cool. So that's probably it for me. Those two are up there for me.
And those are both pretty good things. Let's see. What? I didn't even see that XP chunk.
What gaming thing are you most happy about, or most proud of?
Gaming achievement. Let's see. Jesus, Starf.
You can do it, James.
I recently platinumed. Got a platinum trophy in Persona 5.
There you go.
That's not like super crazy difficult, but
I mean, it's still a significant time investment.
Yes, and it was fun, super fun.
Yeah, I love that game.
I know that there's like, if I sat here and thought a minute, I could probably have an actual like good answer. I feel like there's I know what it is. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I have completed a run of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past without using the sword.
That's pretty good.
And that was...
You know what? I'm gonna mention one for you. When me and Scott watched you beat Karnov from beginning to end was super impressive to me. Because I played Karnov a lot as a kid, and I never beat it as a kid. And I watched you muscle your way through that game.
Game's hard.
I was impressed. Let's see. Your thumbnails are great. We consider making a tutorial video showing your screen so we can see the process of making a thumbnail from start to finish. If enough people are interested, I could do that. Making the thumbnails is probably my favorite part of the video process. I have fun making the thumbnails.
I'm dead.
No, you're not.
I'm not dead.
So yeah, if enough people are interested in that, leave a comment if you want. If that's something you'd like to see, let me know. Let's see. What was a moment that killed a part of or all of your childhood innocence, such as seeing your parents, but presents under the tree, finding out grown-ups don't actually know everything, etc.
That's rough.
That's rough, buddy. I don't have any particular memories of like finding out that like Santa wasn't real or the Easter Bunny or things like that. Like, my earliest memories was just, I knew that they weren't real, but I don't remember when I came to that conclusion. Because I have to imagine, at some point in my childhood, I assumed that they were real, like all children.
Yeah, I think mine was the, I don't even remember, like, specifically when it happened. Ooh, nice. But... there was definitely a time when I remember just one day realizing that I was basically helping my parents balance the books. And like I don't even remember specifically when that first happened, but I remember like waking up one day and realizing that that's what I was doing and being like, that's not what a kid's supposed to be doing. This is wrong. The world sucks.
What a conclusion. Are y'all planning on doing any more solo games? Maybe.
Probably at some point.
Generally speaking, the only times we've ever done solo games was because the other person's just unavailable.
Yeah.
Or that's generally it. Because even if we're doing one-player games, the other person's around just for commentary.
Generally
like
speaking,
our various RPGs and such. So, I mean, I certainly won't say no, but generally speaking, it's contingent on if like one of us has to go away for a time.
Yeah, I would say that like if people end up wanting to see Lee do like the Warcraft PvP videos at some point, that might end up being solo. Because I mean,
yeah, I mean technically like the Smash Brothers like montage video I made a while back was just me, but it also didn't have me in it as commentary. It was just
right.
It was just an edited together thing, so I don't know how you want to count that. All right.
Whoa! Oh God, that's a lot of heavy caliber.
All right.
Bye. Wait, wrong button.
Oh boy, stay alive.
I'm fine.
All right, so we're actually down to our last question.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we went through them pretty quickly.
Okay,
but it's fine because this video's getting on, and this should be the last run here. It looks like you got a decent base going. So yeah, the last question was, how does it feel to have an actual fan base, regardless of how small it is compared to other channels?
Dude, you guys are nuts to me. Like I'm so appreciative that you guys are here, but I don't get it.
It's hard to wrap your head around that there's so many people that are, at least mildly interested in our channel. Interested enough to click the subscribe button.
Yeah, 1,000 of you. That's
a lot.
There's a few that I know that are on there that are just like, you guys. There are a few people that liked it because it was just like, yeah, your family, your friends, you know those people. But that capped out for us at like 50. There's over 900 of you at this point. There's close to 1,000 of you that I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't owe me anything. Like, it's definitely that moment of people legitimately like us for us, and it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And we're here game-wise on the back of Nova Drift, but we're here doing this because of you guys. Like, you don't get better than that.
That is true.
Whoops.
Take it easy there, sports fan.
Woo!
That should do it. Okay, one more will do it. But yeah, like it's pretty nuts to me too. It's like that's a lot of people. Can you imagine 1,000 people all in one room?
Yeah, I mean we've gone to conventions. I've seen 1,000 people all in one room.
And picture all of them as people who are interested in our content.
Yeah,
that's nuts to me.
That is nuts.
Because like I've met me. I don't want to hang out with me.
That's not true. You'd want to hang out with you. Come on. Screw it.
I'm told that's the way to go.
Yeah, but have you met me? Have you been watching this video?
Look, you just gotta believe. Look, you've already got another level.
We've seen the Scion.
You like one-shot that guy.
Oh God. Overseer.
That's not what you want.
No,
right
it's
now.
not. Shielded Mines. Let's go.
So, we made it through all the questions. I think there was like one or two I left out, and there's a couple of duplicates, but we made it, man.
All right. Is there anything else you think we should... Oh, boy. Let people know? Anything that you were expecting to be a question?
I think I got most of the questions that I was expecting. Yeah, just, like, who we are and what we do questions, which we've answered. Now I'm trying to think if are there like any big obvious questions that no one asked that I can think of? I don't think so. You have the Tempest Shield.
Yes, I do.
I don't see that too often.
No, we don't.
I was like, why did those shots just
slow down? I like it because it gives me more time to think, and also it's very pretty.
Fair enough.
It's like don't judge.
I'm not.
It's pretty. I like it. Ow. Don't want any of these. That's true. That's true. I have a cat.
Yes, James has a cat as a pet, and I do not have a pet.
What am I looking for? I don't even know.
Well, what's your game plan for this?
I don't know. More.
Well, you're an architect, and you got mines, but you're not really laying them.
Yeah. I thought. Oh, I didn't pick up auto mines. That's what I'm missing.
Do you want to just auto bomb?
Yeah, I just want to drop them automatically. That's boom, auto mines. There we go. I know that auto mines lowers the damage, but have you seen me? I'm not worried about lowering the damage. I'm worrying about not worrying about things.
I'm worried about not worrying. James.
Yeah. Ooh,
Death Blossom. Oh yeah, you get Death Blossom.
Yeah, Death Blossom with his all day. Look how good this looks. I don't need a boost. I got purple grenades.
Look, this is it. This is your moment. This is where you beat my high score.
I'm not beating your high score. I'm hoping that I can end this with a Seraph fight.
Man, can you imagine if you got on my high score list?
Yeah, no. In all of my runs, my high score is under 400k. So.
I didn't notice. Are you playing with all the mods on?
Yeah, I went full mods, cause.
I mean, Slipstream, it's just more damage.
Yes, but I've got all this recoil. Losing friction is dangerous.
Well, then get the...
I'm gonna... What do we got here? Anything exciting?
Health.
Health is good.
Health's probably good for you.
Nope, Mind Specialist.
Oh, yeah, Mind Specialist. Oh,
yeah.
You take that all day.
Happily. Hit that charge and zoop. Okay, one more. Oh, the temporal shield kicked in for a second there. Yeah, got him.
You did it.
Before the singularity came out. There's things going on over there.
Hey, you got something good going on here.
Yeah, I got a fun thing going. Ugh, I can't see what's going on half the time now.
Look, you've got your own boost disco party.
I may have...
Oh, I mean, you're in the driver's seat. I feel like I should be performing James duties. Boost!
Appreciate it.
There you go. Felt like something was missing.
There we go. Oop, that grenade just sort of went off into the distance.
God, it's just a purple sparkle party
yeah,
over here.
It's a purple sparkle party. There we go. That's James for you.
Hull strength, I think. It's
hull
looking
strength. Real tasty.
Real good.
What's your favorite movie, Lee?
We did just the other day. We were doing this before it happened, but then our power went out. So it was a thing that we can continue doing because our power went out.
Yep.
We were talking about our top 10 favorite movies. And then my favorite movie, after some deliberation, was Die Hard.
That's respectable. It is. We are getting close to Christmas time, so...
Best Christmas movie.
And I actually surprised myself. Most of my movies are like cartoons and musicals, and it turns out my favorite movie is Hook.
And I nailed it too.
You did. You
just
nailed
a shot in the dark, like just from downtown, just blind guess, and I nailed it. Felt great.
It was pretty good.
It's definitely a good movie, but I wouldn't put it in a list of greatest movies, or, well, favorite movies.
Yeah,
There's a difference between good movies and favorite movies.
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite movies is the Super Mario Brothers movie, and that movie's terrible.
It is atrocious. I mean, since you have Temporal Shield, getting the shield effect radius probably be good.
And shield effect power.
And then you should probably also look into shield cooldowns, just because you have Death Blossom, and the quicker it goes back up, the quicker you can
Death Blossom
again.
There's some things happening. I can't.
There's shield cooldown right there.
Yes, it is.
But you got some strong explosions going on.
Yep, strong explosions. I got one good build going by the end of this video.
Look, you broke 200k.
Mastery.
You're on your way. You can go the distance. Don't care how far. Etc. and so on.
Yes.
I know every mile will be worth your while.
And that's your favorite Disney movie. Oh, hi, Punchy Magoo. I haven't seen you all video.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty tasty.
And 3 shots and he's gone.
That's not bad.
Do you have Rupture, or was that
I have Rupture.
I was going to say, that felt like you had Rupture.
That felt like Rupture.
I mean, Rapid Fire will allow you to charge quicker.
Charge my grenades quicker. I don't know if I need it, per se. I'll take it, but I got 9 rerolls, so I think I may have just put a splinter in my foot.
You probably shouldn't do that.
I didn't do it on purpose. Whee.
It's just things exploding.
Things exploding. Loaded mines, architect, mine specialist. This is pretty great.
You should, without reducing the power of your grenades, if you get guidance, not only is that going to help grenades hit, but then you can get convergence, which will give you more grenades without lowering the grenade damage.
Okay.
And then that will also split out more more grenades from your mines. So, that's the direction I would go.
And from what I hear, you can go the distance. Alright, let's see.
Oh, that guy just got erased from existence.
Yeah, okay. There's some shrapnel going on here.
Maybe not antimatter rounds
No.
yet. I think at some point, maybe.
I'm thinking flash shielding could be good.
I mean, you would Death Blossom more often, but it's a little spicier.
Yeah.
And then you can go for Tempest Break.
Yeah, I like it. Ooh, okay.
So you can like it all you want, just
I have
don't
to
die.
survive. Yeah. Okay, let my shield come back.
Alright, shield's back.
Oh, there it goes.
Shield's gone.
There's some things going on back here. I don't know where
Shield's
they went.
back.
No, there was a guy there.
You
and
didn't
just
even
died.
fire at him.
Nope. Architect mines.
Just died on his own.
Architect mine specialist. Woo! I like that Eclipses just get erased.
Oh, there's a big bad.
I'm a little scared of that.
Honestly, I would consider regeneration.
Yeah. Where am I going? Oop, shield broke. Where am I?
Your top left.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, you want. Look,
Went
you took
right
him
into
out
it.
with you.
I did.
So there you go.
Well,
Right. But look, 300,000. That's not bad.
yeah, I'm a little sad I didn't get those extra 5 waves to get to Seraph.
But look, respectable.
Yeah,
So that
I had one good build.
concludes our 1K special. We answered the questions. James played the Nova Drift.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have you do this build at some point so we can see it actually done better.
yeah, I like this build. I have to rely on finding mine specialists, but
Well, you know.
but if I can get that mine specialist, heck yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
All right, so again, thank you all for coming out, subscribing, watching this, watching everything that you watch.
Yeah, seriously.
I appreciate it. Like I was saying before, It means a lot to us. So we're going to keep on trying to make stuff that you guys want to watch so that you'll stick around and tell your friends and we can keep growing.
Exactly.
So
Onward to 2,000.
Onward to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Look, we got to get another digit. 10,000.
10,000 would be stupid exciting. Like, 1,000 is already mind-blowing.
We just got our wood trophy. We got a bronze trophy.
So, yeah. Thank you for getting this far, and looking forward to you guys sticking around for more of this.
Yeah. So I guess with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.